Hey, baby. Your hair looks crazy. Here, come here. There's Puka. Hi. Say hello. She's very intrigued by something that's outside. No. Okay, you're gonna have to go out. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. That was my dog Puka, for those who don't know. She made an appearance, I think, in maybe my first video. I post a lot about her on Instagram and stuff, so if you want to see more of her, definitely let me know. Usually I keep her out of the room because she likes to run around and make noise and stuff while I'm recording, so yeah. Usually she's outside, probably just waiting right outside the door, waiting for me to go out. So this is what a ghoul wants for those who are new to my channel. My name is Anna, and today I'm going to be doing a physical media collection update. Now, it's been a while since I did any sort of physical media video. I did 2 parts on my VHS collection, specifically my horror VHSs, and then one for my horror DVDs. I have acquired some new movies since then, and so I'm just going to do a little mini collection update. It's not a ton of movies by any means, more DVDs than VHS tapes, but I'm just going to go ahead and go through some of my new movies that I've acquired since my last collection video. The glare on this is bugging me, so I'm gonna move the shelf a little bit. And now there's glare on this side. Okay, there we go. This is a struggle of setup and things for filming videos, but anyway. Also, exciting thing, I have a new microphone, guys. I'm really hoping that this will help with my sound quality and just hopefully improve the overall production of my videos, but I'll give you a little peek over here. It's just chilling to the side. There it is. It's the Blue Yeti, and it's got the little guard in front, so I really hope that it helps with the sound quality of my videos. So that's really exciting. I got that for my birthday. Speaking of my birthday, I did just have it on the 16th of February, and I had filmed an entire reaction video to the 1981 classic slasher Happy Birthday to Me, and unfortunately it did get copyright blocked, I think in certain regions. I don't think it's everywhere, so depending on where you are, you can view it, but I think most parts of the United States you can't view it due to copyright, so that's very unfortunate because I was really excited about that video, and I'm trying to work on maybe disputing the claim. I have tried to re-upload it with some edits and it hasn't really worked, so yeah, hopefully I will get that up for everyone to see, because I did work really hard on it and I would like everyone to see it, even though it's way past my birthday now. But for those who were able to view it, thank you so much for watching that. Anyway, okay, we're gonna get into the collection now. So this first one is actually a VHS that I have, and for those who did watch one of my, I can't remember if it was part 2 or part 1 of my VHS collection, but I do talk about it, and that is The Craft. And the copy I have was very moldy and gross and just unplayable. So one of my very good friends, Alyssa Anonymous, her name's Alyssa Anonymous on Instagram, and she does have a YouTube channel. I can't remember if it is also Alyssa Anonymous, but I will go ahead and put it right here. I just want to shout her out because she sent me a new copy of The Craft, and it's so nice. It's very clean, very pretty copy. No mold to speak of on this one, which is amazing. So she remembered that I said that my copy of The Craft was moldy, and she sent me this just as a gift, which is so nice. And this little note, I don't know if you can see it, but it says, "We are the weirdos, mister." So I just love that so much. So I wanted to give her a shout out for sending me a nice, clean copy of The Craft, because this is a movie that I absolutely wanted to have in my collection, and now I actually have a playable copy, which is amazing. So thank you so much, Alyssa. I really love it. And for the rest of these, I just got these at, I think, a Goodwill, just, you know, thrift shopping. Found these and was like, oh, well, I'll have to add these to my collection because I don't have any of them yet. But the next one, I guess you could consider more of a thriller, but it is Cape Fear. And I believe that the original Cape Fear was from maybe the 40s. And I don't know if this is actually like a true remake of that, but I have never seen this one or the original. So I have heard that this is a really good, really tense thriller, and that Robert De Niro obviously does a great job. And I didn't realize, I'm just looking at this, that it's Nick Nolte and Jessica Lange, I guess, as the couple that he's kind of like encroaching upon. And then Juliette Lewis is the daughter. So I really, really want to see this one soon because I think I will really like it and will probably be pretty unsettling just from the things I have seen about it. So very, very glad to have this in my collection for sure. Next up is Tremors 3. I haven't actually seen any of the Tremors movies, so yeah, this is one that I will hopefully watch eventually, but I gotta get through the first two at least. It does look pretty goofy, pretty cheesy, so I don't know, I don't really have any expectations for this one, but I do have a feeling it's gonna be pretty goofy. Just from the images on this box, I haven't even watched a trailer or anything like that, but yeah, one that I'm definitely gonna watch the other movies in the series first and hopefully get to this one eventually, but yeah, Tremors 3. Next we got Creature from the Black Lagoon. Very excited to have this in my collection. This is my first Universal horror classic movie that I have on VHS, so very, very glad to own this one. It says it's from the Universal Studio Monsters, the Classic Collection. I don't really know the difference in the tapes for these, but obviously this was made way before VHS tapes were a thing, so I just really love the font on this one. It looks really, really cool. And of course having the image of the creature on here. Such a cool creature design. Very neat, and very glad I have this one. This is the last VHS that I have that is a new edition, and this is the Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Again, this is one I have never seen any of the Abbott and Costello movies, but I believe that Boris Karloff still plays the monster, or, oh no, I'm sorry. Glenn Strange plays the monster, but it does have Bela Lugosi as Dracula, and then Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman. So that is very fun, and I know obviously this is like, you know, horror comedy, but yeah, I really need to see some Abbott and Costello movies. I've never seen any, but I know that these are a favorite for a lot of people. So yeah, just another cool one to have on VHS. Okay, so like I said, that's all the new VHS tapes I have. I have not had very good luck with VHS hunting lately. I have gotten some other ones that just aren't horror, but I'm not going to talk about those today. So yeah, I hope I'll get some more soon, and I just keep looking on Facebook Marketplace and different places online and going to thrift stores, but it's just kind of been slim pickings, so hopefully I will find some good ones soon. But for now, that was just 4 tapes that I found in the wild and then one that was sent to me. So we're going to move on to DVDs and Blu-rays, and the first one I'm just going to very briefly talk about because I did make a full video on my unboxing of this and a review of it as well, and that is the Severin folk horror documentary Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched. So I did do a full video on this that I will link. It's a beautiful Blu-ray, really amazing documentary on folk horror, so comprehensive, so thorough and in-depth, and yeah, highly recommend watching this. It is on Shudder still, I believe, so if you have a Shudder subscription or if you want to get a free trial and watch this film, I would highly suggest it. It is over 3 hours long, so it is a long time commitment, but absolutely worth every minute of watching this movie. And I'm very, very glad to have it on physical media. Next up are 2 movies that I got for my birthday. This first one is Cherry Falls, the Blu-ray of Cherry Falls. I believe it's Scream Factory. And it's so funny because I've been wanting to see this movie for so long, like literally years of wanting to watch this movie, and it hasn't been streaming anywhere. So I was like, finally, I'm just gonna, you know, get it on physical media. I'll ask for it for my birthday and hopefully get it as a present, which I did. And then after I had asked for it for my birthday, I found out that it was streaming on Shudder like the week that I asked for it for my birthday. So I was like, well, if I get it, I guess I'll just wait and watch it on Blu-ray, because I'm sure the quality will be really good, but it's just really funny that finally it comes on streaming, you know, after I get it on Blu-ray. So I just thought that was really funny, but I'm very, very excited to watch this for the first time. I do have high hopes, so I'm hoping it lives up to my expectations, but you know, I gotta go in with an open mind and just view it for what it is. But I love Brittany Murphy, and I'm sure if it's like a good post-Scream slasher, then I will like it. But yes, very, very glad to have Cherry Falls finally. And the other movie that I got for my birthday was not horror, but Clue the movie. This one is one that I love so much. I've loved it ever since I saw it as a kid. It is a comfort movie for me, and I'm kind of surprised that I didn't already have this on DVD. So I was like, I really have to own this movie because I'm gonna watch it like so many times in the future. This is a very frequent rewatch for me. Obviously, all the performances in it are amazing. Tim Curry is amazing. I love Madeline Kahn, and, you know, Martin Mull does a great job. Everyone does a great job. So yeah, this is one that I was like, I absolutely have to get this on DVD. So I'm very, very glad to finally own it, and I will probably watch it again soon because I just love it so much. I'm sorry I keep changing my camera angle, but my feet are falling asleep and I have to sit fully on the floor. Okay, I don't know why I have to sit on the floor for these collection videos, but it just seems easier to grab the movies off the floor. So, okay, this is the last time I'm changing the camera. All right. Next is a set of movies that I got on a Target run that I just recently did. And the first one, I was so shocked to find this movie in the $5 section. It is Hereditary on Blu-ray. I was like, what? How is this in the $5 section? I was very shocked, so I had to grab it and I price checked it, and sure enough, it was only $5, so I was like, I gotta snag this for sure. Of Ari Aster's films, Hereditary is not my favorite. I really am due for a rewatch because I think I've only seen it maybe twice. And the first time I saw it, it just didn't live up to the expectations I had for it. So I really got to go in and rewatch it with a fresh mind and just kind of take it all in and give it another shot. I'm especially excited to rewatch this for Toni Collette's performance because, of course, she did such an amazing job in this movie. So it's absolutely worth the rewatch just for that. But, you know, there are different elements about it that I do like. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it. There's something missing that kind of left me maybe wanting more or expecting something different. So still absolutely thrilled to have it on Blu-ray. I'm slowly but surely building up my Blu-ray collection. Like I said in some of my previous videos, I just recently got a Blu-ray player, so I am excited to start collecting them even more, and definitely glad to have this as an addition to that. Also, from Target, they had this 3-pack of the Scream films, 1, 2, and 3, and it was like $13 or something after tax. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to snag that because I don't own any Scream films. So it's nice to have the first 3 just all in one place. Of course, it'd be nice to have them as individual copies, but I just really couldn't pass this up for the price. And all 3 of these films are definitely ones that I will continue to go back to. So I am hoping to add 4 and 5, or, you know, 2022 to my collection eventually, but so stoked to finally have some Scream movies in my collection. And the last pickup from Target was Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. Again, I know this isn't really horror. I guess it could be like considered kids horror light or something, but you know, they're the early 2000s Scooby-Doo live action movies. Like, I had to get them on DVD. They are a staple of my childhood. Such an amazing cast, just a super fun movie, the first one. Obviously the second one is not quite as good, still fun, and still stoked that they got the whole cast back. Pretty amazing for them to get Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, Linda Cardellini, and Matthew Lillard all in one movie, and have that happen twice. So yeah, this is one that probably, you know, you had to see as a kid to really like it. Although, I don't know, maybe as an adult you could still find things to like about it if you hadn't seen it as a kid. But yeah, this is one that I was like, you know, I'm gonna rewatch these so many times. So I had to grab it, and for only $5, that shakes out to $2.50 a movie. So definitely a steal in that regard. All right, next we're gonna go through a little mini Goodwill haul that I got, and the first one of those being Ghostbusters. The first one, yeah, this is another one everybody kind of just has to have in their collection. I don't know, like, it's just such a classic. And this is another one that I didn't really watch as a kid, and I don't have a ton of nostalgia for, so there are some things about it that I just maybe don't like as much as others who grew up with it do, but I absolutely love anything that Sigourney Weaver is in, and of course Bill Murray is great, and all the supporting cast, you know, Dan Aykroyd and Rick Moranis and all of them. So I also just love the green slimy cover and the iconic little ghost with the nope sign through it. So yeah, again, just one that I think is always good to have on hand, and you know, it's always a fun watch to just throw on. So it does unfortunately have this scratch on the front. Don't really know if you can see it, but you know, it's Goodwill, so the quality of the cases can be questionable, but as long as the DVD still plays, I don't really care that much. Next up is Freddy vs. Jason. This is from the New Line Platinum series. I'm not really familiar with that. I don't really know what that entails as far as, you know, the physical media releases, but the front is kind of holographic, and then this case is a little busted. It doesn't really close up all the way, but it is 2 discs, which is neat. And each one of them having, you know, a extreme close-up of, you know, one of Freddy and one of Jason. So that's really cool. And again, this is not one of my favorite movies. There are definitely some flaws with it for sure. But I just thought this was a really cool release. And it's always good to have these franchise movies on physical media. So I don't have any Friday the 13th movies. And I have just that 4-pack DVD set of the first 4 Nightmare movies. So I figured I should snag this and try to build to my Nightmare on Elm Street series and start my Friday the 13th collection too. So yeah, this is one that I just felt like I couldn't pass up at Goodwill. And it does look like disc 1 is obviously the movie, and we've got commentary from the director. And then disc 2 is the deleted scenes and behind the scenes stuff, special features and all that. So very cool version to have for sure. And the last one from that Goodwill trip is The Hills Have Eyes Unrated. Obviously, this is the remake, and I have not seen this version in a really long time. It's been years and years and years, so I really don't know how I'm going to feel about it on a rewatch. It is a slipcase, which is cool, but I do think there are probably going to be, you know, some scenes that haven't aged well. I do remember it being very brutal, so I am interested to rewatch it and see how I feel about it after years of not having seen it again. So another one that I just felt like I couldn't pass up at Goodwill. I just really love slipcases, and this cover is really cool, so glad to be able to add it to the collection. And the last movie in this collection update is Lover's Lane, which I did actually buy online, and this is a movie that I had on my 14 days of Heartbreak Horror that I did for Valentine's Day watch list challenge for Valentine's Day horror movies. And this was one that I just found. I hadn't heard about it until I Googled Valentine's Day themed horror movies, and it popped up. And I was trying to find it streaming, and it's not streaming anywhere. It was kind of like the Cherry Falls situation where it's not anywhere online. And I really wanted to watch it for the challenge, but I also just wanted to see it. Another post-Scream early 2000s slasher. One of Anna Faris's very first movies as well. So I was interested in that. And, you know, it was okay. I watched it and I was pretty underwhelmed. It's kind of just like a Scream Urban Legends type ripoff about the guy with the hooked hand, that kind of urban legend. Not great execution. The kills were just okay. So yeah, this is one that I'm like, I don't know when I'll rewatch it, but it's kind of cool to have it on physical media because it's really hard to find. So for that reason, I am glad that I have it, but not one that I'm going to watch super often, I think. Okay, everybody, well, that's going to be it for the collection update. Like I said, not a ton of new movies, but I'm hoping that with the weather getting a little bit nicer, I'm going to feel like going out a little more and maybe hitting up some more thrift stores and stuff and looking for more VHS tapes. And hopefully there will be some, you know, yard sales or garage sales where I can find some hidden gems. So yeah, I'm looking to keep expanding and keep growing the collection, but it's just going at a little bit slower pace than I would like right now. But in other news, the day that I'm filming this is going to be the release day of the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie on Netflix. So I have not seen it yet, but I am very excited to watch it. I know some of my friends have already seen it, and my good friend Tiago of Royal Horror said that he loved it. So I am very excited to see it and see what I think about it. So I'm probably going to do that after I film this video. Let me know in the comments if you are excited for that. I know when this video is posted, it will have been out for a few days, so hopefully that will have given people some time to watch it. I don't think I'm necessarily going to do a review on it, but I am definitely going to post on Letterboxd and let everybody know what I think on there. So please follow me on Letterboxd if you'd like. That is linked in the description, as well as my Instagram and any other social media stuff. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I always appreciate everyone watching my videos and hanging out with me on here, talking about horror movies, going through my physical media collection. It's all just so fun. So hope everybody has a wonderful day, and we'll talk horror next time.